We are gonna draw a lion today, and I'm gonna start off with some gesture drawings. What a gesture drawing is are small little doodles, so you can plan out your drawing before we go into a full piece, which will be on my iPad. At the conclusion of this sketch, we're gonna break for a couple minutes so they can switch to my iPad, and then we're gonna continue. At the conclusion of that, I'll open up to a 5-minute Q&A, and you guys can ask me a question, and then at the conclusion of that, the recording will stop and we can take some pictures, and then after that I can sign some books and you guys can enjoy the rest of the gallery. All right? So I'm gonna start drawing. You're welcome to draw with me. So I'm gonna start right here, so you guys can look at this lion skull for reference. Can you all see this? Yeah. Here you go. So I'm gonna start on this corner right here. And I'm gonna make a line right here. Can everyone see my lines? That was not supposed to be a pun. Line and lines. All right, we're gonna go up. And we're gonna make a line like that. Slant, down, and a horizontal. I'm basing off a picture, so this drawing this line is kind of gonna be in the shadows and it's gonna be backlit, but we're not putting in full color until I go to my iPad. So that's why there's multiple pieces of paper in front of you. So don't worry about coloring utensils at the moment. Okay, so we're gonna continue a curved line down, and right about there, we're gonna put in a shoulder. And this shoulder is gonna be out here so that his paw comes this way. And it comes that way. We don't have to worry about details because it will be in the shadows. All right, and his stomach comes out this way. So you can all probably see that he's lying down. I just lost my feed. Okay. We're gonna draw a ground right here. And I'm switching over to another lighter pencil, and the back is gonna be like this. You guys can add some details to it if you want. There's a nose kind of going like this. There's a mouth coming here. Lines have very dark lips, and the jaw comes like this. I know that this eye comes here, and it's kind of a right triangle type of thing. And there's some markings as if he's wearing eye black or mascara. And this comes out. And his ear comes here. Does everyone see the skull? This is his eye socket. This is the nose, to which the nose this is the hollow of your nose. You can see that this cheekbone, the bottom of the jaw comes where the ear is, so the ear is sitting like that behind. So this is the crest of the head. You can see a lion has a line in the middle of the forehead. You can see that indication right here. I'm gonna make one more doodle off to the side. And I'm gonna draw a skull just to break it down for you. So we're gonna draw an oval here. All right, we're gonna extend this out. Right here, there's the nose, so that this line is parallel to this so that the nose fits there and the chin goes there and there's all hair there. You can fill this in. That's the nose. And that the eye goes there. And the cheek comes back around and the canines fit in there and that the mouth is there and the ears would fit up here, and if I were to continue, the neck fits that way. And there's that midline, and the brow is there. Yes. Any questions on this? Anyone? All right. I'll give you guys 2 minutes if you guys want to add some details before I make a switch, because I'm about to do that right now. I'll do it for you later. All right, I'm gonna make a switch and I'm gonna keep this, I'm gonna move this over. So I am drawing on my iPad on the program Procreate. So you guys are using white paper, so you don't have to do what I'm about to do. I like to tone my drawings because I don't like working on white. And I'm gonna switch. I am mic'd up right now, so I'm not gonna answer that right now. All right, and for technical purposes, I like to label my layers. So 1 second. All right. So we're gonna put in some guidelines here. You guys can go to a blank piece of paper. So I like to put a vertical and a horizontal line right down the middle of the page, like an axis. There we go. All right, I'm gonna make a slight one there. So the top of this horizontal is kind of where his head is gonna go. All right, so that's basically the horizontal. I hope you draw on them very lightly so they don't show up in your drawing. I'm actually gonna go to a different layer. I like to call this my rough layer. You guys don't have to write this down. And like I did for the gesture, we're gonna do the same exact drawing. We're gonna go up and come this way. Which is face. This shape kind of here makes a question mark. And his shoulder is that way, and his arm and his paw comes there, and there's the bottom. So at this point, I am going to turn off the guidelines. And I'm going to go to a different layer. And we're gonna add some details. I'm going a little darker. You guys can put in your own details as I'm outlining this. Make it look darker. This line will be in shadow, so keep that in mind. Once again, I know his eye goes there. I know his nose is there. And like I showed you with the skull, his chin goes down. There's a brow over. There's a little teardrop over the brow. There's the nose. This goes that way. There's a chin. There's a line here. There's some markings. The ear goes above there. You can make some. You can extend this out. And this, we're gonna draw a mane like this. The shoulder comes out. And that goes like that. We're gonna make some markings around here. Those are where the whiskers grow out of. I'm gonna make a line like this. That's where the background is. And very lightly, it's gonna be a backlit, like a sunset. So I'm gonna make a line like this. You can basically come up with a sunset. And let me know when you guys are done, and I'm gonna go into some color. So I like to label my color as local color. And what local color means is that it's a color of an object when it's not lit and it's not in shadow. So it's like a blue shirt. So the shadows and the highlights are different layers. It might look complicated on your end because I'm going digital, so it looks like I'm cheating right now. I don't know what to do. So you guys can use your color pencils and do your own colorization, but kind of try to follow along as best you can. It doesn't have to be exactly like mine. You guys are the artist. A thing that people say is drawing is more thinking than actual drawing. So it's a lot of problem solving, and you basically it takes a lot of studying to do this. So I'm gonna figure it out. All right, the color that I'm gonna use for the line is kind of this ochre, which is kind of like a yellow orange type of thing. Maybe a little gold on top if you really feel like it. So you can see the color. I don't know if you guys have those colors in front of you, but come up with something. All right, I'm gonna color in his face. His paw goes in. And this whole body is this color. I'm gonna go into a brown. I'm gonna put in a nose. His lips are dark black. You notice on this line, the line has this Egyptian kind of mascara makeup going on. Yeah, does everyone see this Egyptian makeup that's kind of going on in the eye? So, in sports terms, it's kind of like eye black, so they can see during the night. So no, they can see during the day, and this white. I'm going into a white. Right here is a sort of a reflection of at the night, so they can see at night. All right, we're gonna go back into that ochre color and fill in that eye, and then I'm gonna go into a nice reddish brown, and we're gonna fill in that whole mane. I'm gonna switch the nose color to a nice deep red. And then I'm gonna go back into a white and color in his mouth area like that. All right, now we're gonna start playing with some fur, so you guys can do this as however you want. I don't know. Ignore the technical difficulties. There we go. All right. I'm gonna make a switch. Give me 1 second. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna go into a nice brown. And what I'm gonna do is sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't, so bear with me. I'm using a brush in this app called Hair. So we're just making hair. Right, you guys can put in whatever details you want. I'm gonna go back into, I'm gonna outline that a bit. I'm gonna put a line right here. I'm gonna indicate the shoulder, and then I'm gonna make a layer that says BG, which stands for background. We're gonna continue coloring this. We are gonna go to a nice dark gray. And we're gonna fill this in. How are all your drawings going along? All right, you guys want to have a little fun with the sky? I'm going to go into a brush that says wash. I am going to go to a nice reddish orange. We are painting a sunset. And I'm, for the purposes, doing that. And that has and that is how you cheat digitally and paint us back a sky in 2 seconds. All right, we're gonna go into a nice yellow. Leave it there for right now. And this is gonna lighten up as soon as I put highlights on. All right, I'm gonna start putting in some shadows. So I'm gonna go to a layer. And what I'm doing right now is I'm putting in a blend mode and I'm going up to multiply, and that takes those two colors and they blends them together for a shadow. All right, I'm going into back to that dark brown color. For the shadow colors, I suggest that you guys use all your darks and there's no light values at this time. So I'm gonna go back into a nice blue. And this might or might not show up. And this darkens this. In fact, if I lower the opacity of this, I can practically put this all in shadow. The whole bottom of this image is going to be in the shadow. So the line is going to be complete in shadow, so all these details might start disappearing, which is okay. Markers or color pencils, or do your own thing. And the sky is going to be lit up, so I'm going to go into a... Give me a second. Okay. I'm going to make a layer, and it's going to say highlights. We're gonna go highlights. I'm setting this to a blend mode that says overlay. And now we're gonna go into that orange color again. And we're gonna make it a little lighter. And we're gonna light up that sky like this. You guys can do whatever you want at this point. And I'm going into the yellow. And I don't know how this is going. Yeah. All right, that is our beautiful line.